Let me just start with the beginning. So pretty much in 2014, so pretty much in 2014, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. How that came about, I pretty much hit a downward spiral, and it was pretty bad. And I just knew that, you know, there was something wrong, and I knew I needed to get help pretty much. So I pretty much had anxiety for a very long time, like since I was a kid. I'm talking like 4th grade. Yeah. For me as a kid, I had a lot of stress on me. So, yeah, a little bit too stressful of situations that I was going through when I was a kid. And yeah, that led to like a really bad anxiety. And so I used to have like anxiety attacks when I was a kid. Yeah, my first anxiety attack was in the 4th grade. So, I mean, I was smart, but I wasn't like really, really smart. And I had problems with reading and like comprehension and things like that. So that would always get me like really nervous and like just scared of like what people would say, because I knew that I had a problem. But yeah. And then like as kids, like kids make fun of you. Kids are pretty harsh, so I did get made fun of for that. So that made it even worse. I had a teacher, okay? She was horrible to me. I mean, like, she treated me so bad. Like, I felt like she would, like, embarrass me. I feel like she was just really out for me. How I remember her class. Her class was very structured. Desks, they were, like, perfectly in line. Her classroom was literally code, like, temperature code. So she knew that I was just like I pretty much couldn't read at that level, which obviously they didn't know yet, or maybe they did, I don't know. She would literally watch me struggle and like let all the kids like laugh at me. She would tell me like, just read while I'm reading. Like, I would be trying to read a word, and she would be like,
just read it.
like, what? Like, I'm in the 4th grade, like, I'm a little kid. Obviously, I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know how to, you know what I mean? So it really freaked me out. And made me really sad. So one day, I got really, really tired of it. And I told my mom. And I freaked out. I was crying. I'm pretty sure I was like screaming at that point to her, like, I'm not going to school. You're not going to make me go to school. And this is me in the 4th grade, like, telling my mom, like, no. I would never be like, talking to her crazy, but I was like telling her like, no way. She went up to the school and she had like a teacher conference with her, and my mom was even shook by this lady. Like, she was like, oh hell no, like like you're not about to be scaring my kid. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a problem, let me know. That was the first time I had an anxiety attack. Like, I freaked out. Okay, so fast forward to, I was transferred already to another class, and then that teacher was really nice. Like, he was a really nice teaching me. And he would help me out. He would help me out with all my work and all that. So that was nice. He had a DUI or something, and they fired him. So yeah, whatever. Really, once he left, I went back to school that next week, and it shook me because I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know who I was gonna be with, who my teacher was gonna be, if they were gonna be nice to me. You know, I was just feeling some type of way. At that time, my mom was working a lot, so I was staying mostly with my grandmother, and I freaked out on my grandma. She did not know what to do. I literally locked myself in the bathroom and made myself throw up, like crying and throwing up, like so nervous and so just jittery. And I was just like, I'm not going to school. I'm not going to school. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to school anymore. I'm done. Again, my uncle had to take me to my mom, and she took me out of school at that point. She took me out of school for a little bit. I don't remember how long it was. It seemed like it was a very long time, but I think it was just like a month or so. She took me out. It might not even have been a month, but I was chilling though. That's pretty much how I knew that, like, it started when I was young. Because when I'm put in certain situations that make me uncomfortable, or that are new to me, I kind of freak out, and I have really bad anxiety about it. Let me get some of this atomic. This is super hot. This atomic sauce. Ooh. Let's do a little bit of that. I would say from high school to the beginning of college, I was straight, you know, which is very surprising because usually during that time is when, you know, if somebody has high anxiety as a teenager, usually that's, you know, from certain cases, that's usually when it's much stronger and you feel like you're going through a lot more. But for me, it wasn't like that because I felt a little bit more stable and secure at that time for certain reasons. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you start growing up and going through adult things, and you start doing things on your own. And for a while, you know, you get confused and you don't know what to do. So that is my biggest thing now. Depression is not just something that somebody can just throw out there and just be like, you know, I've heard people say, like, oh my God, I'm so bored. Like, there's nothing to do. I'm so depressed, you know? No. That's not what depression is. Um, that's not what depression is at all, at least for me. It's a very serious thing that people, lots and lots of people go through, okay? Lots and lots of people go through this and they don't even know it. My conscience pretty much controls my mind. Um, I would say a good 85% of the time. And when your conscience has like a lot of negative thoughts, and for your conscience to control your mind 85% of the time when it's mostly negative, that leads to big time anxiety and depression, okay? It's not something that you can control too much. I mean, you do have control over your own self and the choices that you make. But as far as constant negativity in your own mind, that's very hard to control. It really can be the smallest thing for, something to trigger your mind into thinking negative things. And I pretty much just want people to know, like, my story on, what I struggle with every single day. I struggle with myself every single day, um, with negative just thoughts about myself and my life. There has been a time where I'm I'm at my lowest point, and sometimes I feel like I can't do anything else. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing life instead of living life. Um, and some people would say, well, live your life. Do what makes you happy. And really, that is true. You really do have to live your life and do what makes you happy. Um, but it's much easier said than done, especially when you have a hard time coping with new things, making decisions, because all you think is negative most of the time. When I got diagnosed with depression, I honestly didn't know that it was a disease. I didn't know that it was a chemical imbalance in my brain. And when I found that out, I realized that being judged on feeling this way and people not understanding what you're really going through, it's not their fault, because most of the time they are not knowledgeable on really what is the problem and why. You're going through something too. You're not the only one. And it's really tough and it's really hard. And I know you want to stop thinking those thoughts and those ways. There is different solutions to helping yourself. You have to help yourself. You have to find a way to help yourself. Find a way to help yourself. Don't give up because other people don't understand. I know what it's like to feel alone, and excuse me. Just don't give up because every single day that you don't give up and you keep trying, it's going to lead to a better day. You have to believe that somehow, some way. You have to believe it. You have to force yourself to believe it, because this thing called depression, unfortunately, it doesn't go away. It's not curable. Keep yourself occupied, okay? Let me stop crying over here. Learn how to love yourself. Actually, in the comment section, I want you guys to let me know, you know, if you've been going through something. If not, you don't have to let me know in detail, but I mean, you can email me too. My email will be in the description. If you decided to watch this video, I'm happy that you did. I really do hope that, it means something to you and you can relate to it. If you do, like I said, excuse me. If you do, like I said, you can leave a comment. You can email me, and if you have any questions, and if you want any advice on anything, I'm here. I don't mind at all. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe. Subscribe. I'm going to try to put out more videos, more, let me not say that. I'm going to put out videos when I want to put out videos and when I feel like I can. I'm tired of trying to force it. So, anyways, thanks for watching though. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.